So as we had the divisions for the eastern coastal plain, we have divisions for western coastal plains also, right? So in that, the first one is the Gujarat coast. First one is the Gujarat coast, which originates from here until here. Okay, the coastal region of the state of Gujarat is what is known as the Gujarat coast. And this region is there, na? Yeah, this region is known as the Gulf of Kutch. And here we have again another water inlet just like here, and this is known as the Gulf of Kambat. Okay, so the coastal line on the coast of Gujarat is known as the Gujarat coast. The two major features in that are the Gulf of Kutch and the Gulf of Kambat. It's comparatively plain land region. It's comparatively very plain land region. Gir forest is one of the most important features over here. Okay, Gir forest. Gir forest is a national wildlife sanctuary where Asiatic lions are bred and fed. Then the important rivers in this region: Narmada, Tapti, Sabarmati. Okay, the coastal region of Gujarat is called the Gujarat coast. It starts at the Kutch region, the Ran of Kutch region, until the end of Gujarat. The two major features are the Gulf of Kutch and the Gulf of Kambat, right? Then it's comparatively flat land area. Gir forest is located here. Then the major rivers that come and join this region are Narmada, Tapti and Sabarmati, right? The second one is the Konkan Coast. The Konkan Coast. So once the Gujarat coast gets over, then the coast of Maharashtra, means some part of Gujarat is also there. From the Ran of Kambat, the coastal region of Maharashtra, and here we have a small state called Goa, isn't it? Yes. Until the coast of Goa is called Konkan Coast. This is a Gujarat coast. So Konkan Coast is a coastal line which starts very close to the Ran of Kambat till the coast of Goa. Okay. So this is not that flat land area. It's full of rocks. Plenty of rocks are seen on this region. It's uneven, and there are plenty of bays in that. Bay means what? Small land areas we have Bay of Bengal, na? Yeah, it's a land area, and all of a sudden it goes like that. So this is called a bay. Okay, so these bay areas are usually used as small ports. So plenty of bays are found there, and we have many of these bays are converted into ports where we can keep the ships safe over there, right? And quite often, see, as I've told you, the land is uneven, plenty of a rocky, a coastal line it is. Okay, we can often see huge rocks along the coastal line. So we have huge towers built on the coastal areas, right? And these towers are known as a lighthouse. Okay, so just as the traffic police people control the traffic without happening any accidents and all, these lighthouses used to show that there is a land nearby. Okay, so that the coastal region is usually used by small ships and all for commuting and all. So especially in the olden days. Now we have got railways, roadways and all, but earlier. So in the olden days also, the foreigners used to come to these regions on the ships, and they had had to be guided safely. They had to be guided safely, and just because of that reason, these lighthouses were established. So as these lighthouses are established, what happens? Yes, the ships that come into the region will understand, okay, there are huge rocks over there, we need to be careful. Okay, so because of the presence of huge rocks on the coastal region, they used to erect huge towers which are known as lighthouses. Then this region is actually blessed with oil deposits. Oil deposits means what oil can we expect there? Can we expect some sunflower oil or some cooking oil over there? No. Oil deposit means petroleum products, right? So we know that the petrol or the diesel or the kerosene. So these are some oils that we dig out, isn't it? We dig these oil out of the earth. They are also known as fossil fuels, isn't it? They are also known as fossil fuels. So these fossil fuels are actually dug out of the earth, and this region of the Konkan Coast is identified to have such kind of oil deposits, right? Especially near Mumbai. Mumbai in Maharashtra is one of the most important seaport in this region, and the cities also. And there is a region near the port of Mumbai, which is identified as Bombay. High. This region is identified as Bombay High, and Bombay High has got a very good amount of oil deposits. We have got rigs. Rigs means there's oil. What we call it? Extracting platforms in seas or water. Okay. So that is about the Konkan Coast, one of the longest coastal regions, which is on the western side of India. Starts very close to the Gulf of Kamba till the coast of Goa. It's quite rocky, uneven. We can often find plenty of rocks in this region, and many of those rocks we can see lighthouses erected so as to guide the ships to safety. Then this area has a very good amount of oil deposit. Bombay High, a place near Mumbai, is identified, and oil extraction is actually happening there also, right? Now the third one is the Malabar Coast. So from the edge of Goa till Kanyakumari is what the Malabar Coast is. Okay. So after Goa, the Konkan coastal region gets over, and from there till the tip Kanyakumari, where both the east and the coastal plains converge together, we have another coastal plain, and that is the Malabar Coast. Okay. When we compare this Konkan Coast and the Malabar Coast is wider. Konkan Coast is narrower, with almost all the mountains are actually into the ocean, into the sea, right? Then this region receives heavy rainfall. The Malabar coastal regions actually receive a very good amount of rainfall, and it is full of thick green, lush green forest areas. Okay, the western ghats are continuous mountains, and they cause a good amount of rainfall in the region. Okay, so that area is covered fully with trees, right? And The major crops that are cultivated in this region include rice, tobacco, coffee, coconut, banana, groundnuts, etc. Sugarcane, etc. Right? So the major states that fall under this region are Karnataka and Kerala. Coconut is one of the most important cultivations in Kerala and it is known as the land of coconuts. The major ports or port regions in this area is Cochin is one of the most important cities over here. Then minor ports or subordinate ports are we have Mangalore, New Mangalore, then Calicut. Okay, so these are some of the ports in this region, right? This region, Malabar Coast, is actually full of lagoons. Lagoon is nothing else but shallow waters formed by the sand deposits over there. It's shallow waters. Then they are called backwaters. They are called backwaters. Plenty of backwaters are there, and most of these lagoons or these backwaters are connected with the sea also, right? So Kerala is a state which has got a very good number of these backwaters. Backwater means it's a huge lake which actually is connected with the sea. Okay, so during the high tide, obviously the salt water will come into this, and during the lower tide, obviously water will go out of it also. Now, the government over there has connected these backwaters using canals, and they have established water route within the state itself, right? And it's one of the most important tourist attraction also. Houseboats are used in these lagoons and canal systems. Okay, so that is about the coastal plains, right? So there are two coastal plains for us. One is Eastern Coastal Plain and the second is Western Coastal Plain. Eastern Coastal Plains starts from the Sundarban Delta and ends at Kanyakumari. Eastern. The Western starts at the Gulf of Kutch region of Gujarat and up to Kanyakumari in the south. Eastern Coastal Plain is again divided as Northern Sircar and the Coromandel Coast. Northern Sircar are the northernmost part of the Eastern Coastal Plain, which starts just at the edge of a Sundarban Delta and extends up to the Krishna River Krishna, or up to Machilipatnam. Then the Coromandel Coast is from Machilipatnam to Kanyakumari. Western Coastal Plain are actually divided into three. The first is Gujarat Coast, which actually is of the coastal region of the state of Gujarat. The major features are the Gulf of Kutch and the Gulf of Kambat over there. Gir Forest is located in that. Then the second is Konkan Coast, which starts from the Gulf of Kambat until the state of Goa. It's narrower, it's quite rocky. Often rocks are seen into the sea also. Being a bit dangerous for the ships and the boats to travel, they erect lighthouses to show the boats this way. Then bays are found in this region where harbors are usually built. Then the Malabar Coast is the southernmost coastal plain of Western Coast. It starts from Goa till the Kanyakumari region. Karnataka and Kerala are in this region. It's a bit wider than the Konkan coastal region. Cultivation is done over here. This region, this is good rainfall. There are a lot of backwaters or lagoons over here. And the government of Kerala has established canal systems which connects these lagoons, and yes, it has become a major tourist attraction, right?